hip-hop soul in the crowd. Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back in. It is the Rob and Stu Show here on the Pulse Sports Network. Folks, like, subscribe. We're on the YouTubes. Check us out wherever you're getting your podcast. Refer a friend, refer a cousin. Keep the pirate ship going here. And of course, this week we're taking a break. We're taking a relaxing period. No guests. All you got is Roberto and Stu here at it. Roberto, how was your weekend, your bar crawl? How'd that go?
Oh, not bad. Yeah, we went out for my buddy's. He's going to be moving
Is
soon
Courtney
to
in the
Florida.
room?
No, she's upstairs.
Okay, thank Christ. You can talk openly now.
Yeah, I can talk openly now. Yeah, no, I had a good time. We went to Seaside and went out drinking like we were in our early 20s. And I don't think I made it past 10 o'clock. I was surprised I made it to the Belmont in halfway decent shape, but then the Rumpelman shots started and just the Miller Lights and a couple slices of Maruca's pizza. I mean, it was just, listen, it's the Jersey Shore, it's Seaside. But the gambling was pretty bad for me Saturday. I hit Emmanuel on the turf, but then things went south. I was making Belmont bets and I'm 3 sheets to the win and we're drinking and just reminiscing about tearing it up at the Jersey Shore. It was a terrible gambling day for me, but I mean, let's be honest. The reason Stu wanted to have a show this week, why did he want to have it early, is because the man absolutely cleaned up Belmont Park. He's going to pay with the money he won this weekend. He's actually paying for the renovations at Belmont that'll be going on in 2024 and 2025. So, Stu, here's the floor. I've had to listen to your gambling philosophies now for the last 2 or 3 days. I may or may not want to, jump off a bridge listening to them, but the floor is yours.
I'm trying to make you better. It was always the exactness. It was always this crystal brain. No, I mean, I had a good weekend. I'm up a couple boxes of ZD at this point. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I can't complain.
Yeah, how was the day Saturday? How'd you flow into it? Archangelo, you text me. You're a moron, Rob. I tried to help you, Rob.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay your mortgage.
I thought for sure
Rob.
You were betting. Archangelo had your name written all over it. I don't understand why you didn't bet Archangelo. It's like when you drink, you go completely opposite of what you normally do.
Me? No, me make bad.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting that I've made bad gambling decisions while drinking? Never. Not me.
No. It's like, it's the weirdest thing. You would think that like what you normally do, because you're normally a guy that's like, I'm not betting chalk. I need to find a number. I need a price. And then when you drink, you're like, all I want is chalk.
Yeah, I mess myself. I mean, we're talking to the gamblers out there. I don't know if you guys ever get in your own head, but I will get in my own head on big days. I'll change my mind. I try sticking to my opinions, but then, I don't know. You're losing. I'm gambling on the phone. I'm trying to hold conversations. I got the racing form on my phone. I'm going now. My friends all know I'm an absolute maniac.
Okay, Saturday afternoon at the bar. Is there anything you're learning from the racing form? Is there anything?
I mean, it's on my phone, so I'm just looking. I'm making the bets real quick. I'm out conversating. It's not like I'm on social media or I'm going through making my bets, hanging out with my friends. They all know I'm an absolute lunatic maniac. And then what happens is every one of my friends, Rob's the horse guy. He's got a horse account. So then they start betting with me. What do you like? You got family members texting.
When you start taking action, it's the worst.
You start taking action. Yeah, you're not in the right headspace. You're not in the right headspace.
It's the worst.
Who knew drinking all day and going bar to bar could do something like that to you? But it did to me.
But now we know. Now we know for next time, or if anybody else walks into that. So thanks for taking one for the team.
I'm okay if I'm drinking at the track. Like if I'm going to be like, let's say me and you went to Monmouth, or me and you go to Saratoga, or me and
But
you
that's
go.
controlled drinking, though.
That's controlled drinking. Yes.
When we
Yes.
go to Monmouth,
Yes.
we have a nice little 7-7. We nurse
Yeah.
it. We're looking at stuff, and it's just kind of like smooth. It's
Yeah.
chill.
We go to Zachary's. We get
Oh,
something to eat. Maybe the
oh,
thin crust pizza.
hey,
Maybe a couple draft beers.
Zachary's is no games being played at Zachary's. Okay,
It's a good spot. It's a good spot.
It's a nice spot.
Yeah. If you like the thin pizza, it's good.
I tell you, man, my whole thing was I'm gonna wait till the end of the day and just focus on that sequence.
Yeah.
And I wanted to structure my bets where I mean, I did invest probably somewhere like 200, 250 into pick fours, pick fives in terms of like, okay, I want to have the most logical situation covered multiple times and then back up for illogical things in case. But luckily it just paid out, you know. I mean, Arcangelo was one of my favorite plays of the day.
Yeah, he raced super.
Yeah, like I was covered. I mean, I was covered to like pretty much the field, but the way I had done it up is, you know, I made myself in a position where I was going to win money regardless. Now, hit show wins, I'm probably cashing for like $5K, but
yeah,
you know, it was nice, and I played all day. I played every race, you know, just playing small exactas, small doubles, you know, you win a little bit here, you know, you win 100, you give back 50, you lose 40, get 90, like just pitter pattering all day. But
yeah, but that's what keeps the action going. That's
kept the action going. And then the bets I really wanted to make, search results, that would have really helped me out, but got nipped at the what. You didn't see that race, that you had just gotten to the bar.
I missed it. I had just gotten to the bar, and then there was a poor family sitting there eating, and I went over to watch the replay because they had it in the corner. And you know, God bless that family eating. They might have heard a couple F-bombs from me because that was
you just walk up to a family of four, and they unfortunately have Fox Sports up.
Well, see, the good thing about Seaside Heights in New Jersey, somebody screaming at horse races on a TV isn't the worst thing they've seen. If you're hanging out in Seaside on Saturday, you've seen a lot of things in your life, and they're probably not good. So that was probably one of the better things that they had.
I'll tell you what's not good though, man. You talk about Seaside on a Saturday not being good. Holy Christ! Did you get a chance to listen to the Fox broadcast?
I thought when I seen it up on the thing and they had it a little bit live in the bar, because shout out to the bartender at Spicy's, he actually put the race on for me and Belmont on for me so I could listen. It was atrocious.
It was horrific.
When you put when you put NFL people on there, I don't know, man. You know, to the hardened horse player like me or you, it just doesn't come across as good. I don't think.
Bear, Chris Felica was sitting there talking about horse race, and he I forget what race it was, but he's like, "Oh, I'm betting Dr. Scheibel here at 10-1," and I'm like, "Why? Why would you do that?"
Well, I like him because I think he's trying to give a price. But listen, Felica, he's a gambler. You know, that's an average person you're going to sit with at Aqueduct on a Saturday. They're going to look like him,
horrific.
and they're going to talk like him.
They're
wow, but he's trying to give a price. I mean, listen, if he sits up there and tells you I'm betting Cody's Wish, all the horse players are going to say, what the hell's the sense of having this guy is giving you somebody 3 to 5? I can't pick on somebody like that doing that. I mean, he's just a gambler. You know, he's an average guy just talking.
Who finished 5th? The Secretariat. I'm going to give you that price.
Well, I'm just saying, you're trying to give the public a little something. Listen, the whole thing is to gamble. If you're a horse player, okay, you're already a contrarian, right? You want to have your own picks. You want to have your own thing. To me, it's not. I don't go to TV to look to make my picks. I just want like a fun broadcast with them talking about.
I know,
this or
but
that.
it just you sound horrific. You sound
horrific. I don't think so. I think he's the guy trying to give a price. That's what you want to give. Who
Well,
wants to
here's
sit
the
at
thing.
track?
You
Who
go,
wants to sit at the track
I
and talk
like the
about 3 or
two.
5
I like the
shots?
2 at 10-1. Oh, why do you like that? All right, back to Kurt. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind that at all. I don't mind a guy giving a price. I like that. I like to hear different
I'll
opinions.
tell you what I did mind.
If I wanted a 1-2 shot, I'd call you.
Yeah, call me up. I got you covered. And I'll make it pay for you too.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the sound on the races? It sounded like they were in the infield. It sounded like they were trying to record it from the infield, and they were like dragging a microphone in the grass.
I did hear the New York, New York. They had somebody sing it. They said it was atrocious. They had somebody
it was bad.
Yeah, they said
Real
it was
bad.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. I mean, we had to do a Belmont recap because so Stu could take his fucking bow and gloat and do what he does.
Hey, it was a nice weekend. I'm seeing the ball right now, and hopefully it continues.
You're in the zone.
I'm not going to be playing fucking Scotia Downs or Vernon Downs like you might be.
How dare you take on a track like Vernon Downs? Great spot. Love Vernon. Actually stayed in a hotel at Vernon right on right in the stretch.
When's the last time you went to Vernon Downs?
They have a hotel, probably 1998. Bob took the family. We went on a trip and we stayed at Vernon Downs one night.
You guys took a family trip and went to
Vernon. No, we went up to like different places in upstate New York, but Vernon Downs is a place that we went to. We ordered dinner in the room and got to watch the races from the window. It was, as a kid, it was awesome. Chicken fingers, the whole 9. You couldn't beat it. You couldn't beat it. Took a trip to Finger Lakes. I mean, listen, when you grew up with my dad, you've seen it all. I mean, it was not.
It's why I love Bob. I love Bob.
Legendary. I mean, just let's go to Monticello on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Let's do it up. Let's do it up. Ready to gamble. We'll switch it up a little bit to the baseball. The Tigers. I mean, this is. They lost the game yesterday. I'm in the basement. And I was so hungover yesterday. I'm gambling. I got the games on, and I'm like, oh, the Tigers are about to beat Arizona. And then I look back at the 9th inning, and oh no, there's 2 on with 1 out. You already knew. Once they got 2 on, it was over.
I think on Saturday morning you posted you had the Tigers beating the Diamondbacks, and I think I put all caps. This has no chance of winning.
And they lost.
I think they got shut out 5-0.
I mean, go. This is a little Tigers therapy here. Go on one of your rants. I don't even know what to say about this.
I'll refer people to Chris Castellani, but it's bad. It's such a bad team. It is what it is. Like, because they're horrific, and they are still like within striking distance of first place in the AL Central. That's how
5 games out. 5 games out.
They've lost 9 in a row, and they're only 5 games out.
Amazing.
I mean, the AL Central is. It's worse than Tom Hanks in Philadelphia. I mean, we're past that.
It's rival. It
might be McConaughey in that Texas, the Dallas Buyers Club movie. It's McConaughey in it.
It's rivaling right now. It's on the thing of the 2009 NFC West, 2020 NFC East. All time bad.
I don't even know. Is there a team that has a winning record in the division? I don't know.
I think Cleveland's 500, aren't they? Oh, no, Cleveland's like 3 games under. I don't know.
Yeah, Cleveland's under. I think Minnesota's like a game above 500.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, Minnesota's at 500, and Cleveland is 3 below. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, the Tigers are – we're in the middle of our second rebuild, so hopefully that goes well.
I mean, and really, before we finish off the American League, Texas and Houston Houston really hasn't even gotten it going yet. and they're already 8-9 games over 500, and they haven't even hit a pace yet. I think when they hit it, they're going to go. Obviously,
Yeah.
Texas is having an incredible year. That offense, I mean, they're doing one out to Grom. I don't even think the Angels are playing bad baseball. They're 5 games over 500. That's a better spot than the Angels have been in years. Tampa and Baltimore are just off on their own thing. Judge out now for the Yankees. Are just a completely different team. Judge he's the best player in baseball. I mean, he's out of the lineup. The Yankees stink.
Giancarlo. Did you
So
see
hit or
Sterling get nailed in the face?
Oh, that fly
God,
ball.
I was
great.
dying.
Was that great? It's coming back. Oh my God, it hit me. It was just like, ow, ow, ow. That was great. That was great.
Yankees win.
Oh my God, they are.
God, he
without
cracks me up.
Judge. Without Judge, they're a sub-5. They're a 500 ball club without Judge. The NL, listen, Atlanta's going to run and hide in the East. You already know that. Our division is over. Miami's playing really good baseball. They've been beating up on bad teams, but granted, they're winning the games. For them to be 8 games over 500 in June, I would have never saw that coming. The Phillies have played better of late, but they're the Phillies. They're hanging around 500. Trey Turner's played a touch better.
They're going to Arizona. It starts tonight. I already bet
House
this
of Horrors. House of Horrors.
Yeah, I already.
We haven't won a series in Arizona since Jake Plummer was the quarterback for the Cardinals. Seriously, they haven't won a series in Arizona, I think, in like 12 years. That's no bullshit. That's not a Frank the Tank stat either. They've been atrocious in Arizona. After that, they go to Oakland. If they don't win 2 or 3 in Oakland, follow my Twitter. You'll be highly entertained. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's actually playing decent baseball, shockingly enough. That's how dumb the NL Central is and the AL
Central.
The
NL Central.
This NL Central.
How did the Brewers? How do you get at home swept by the A's?
I mean, that's a fireable.
You automatically fire somebody.
That's a fireable offense. That's a fireable offense.
The A's, they're at 17 wins right now. We're 3 weeks out of All-Star game.
Yeah.
Over under 23 victories into the All-Star break.
Oof. I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say over. So
we got about a month left of baseball.
That would put them on pace to not be the worst team ever, correct? Would it be 23 or 24 victories? I mean,
I think so. That's bad. That is bad. As somebody who lived through 90s Phillies baseball, especially late 90s Phillies baseball, I mean, some of the worst.
I had to live through a 42-win season, Roberto.
Wow, that's true. That's true.
And then followed it up with like a 46-win season. Okay.
Oof. Tough scenes. Arizona's been rolling. The Dodgers pitching isn't that good. I noticed over the weekend they used some bullpen games. Their lineup is so good. I mean, Mookie Betts is ridiculous. I hate Freeman's guts. I can't stand Freeman. This guy's owned us forever. It's still a good lineup. I'm not really in love with their pitching.
Who owns you worse, Freddie Freeman or Chipper Jones?
Ooh, boy, both. I'd have to say so much. Chipper Jones. Yeah,
he's a Met killer. He's more historically.
You know what? The Braves have owned the East for so long. It's just like, as a fan, I don't know. It just takes they're like the Patriots in the division. Yet they don't win championships a lot. They have 2. But with all that dominance in the 90s, they've just owned that division, man. Outside of our little run, the Mets a couple good seasons here and there. Washington with their one, couple good seasons. They finally won the World Series, but ever out of those small runs. But it's been the Braves in this division. Forget about it. They have just owned us. They're an annoying fucking team, man. They have the best they draft so well. Every prospect comes up and seems to play well or contribute. There's no Mickey Moniacs. There's no Nick Matons.
How dare you?
Yeah, I mean, really good. There's no Dominic Browns from the Phillies who stunk.
I'll tell you what. I mean, they have a couple Matt Beerlings. I'll say that.
See, Matt Beerling's he's a nice bench player. We miss Matt Beerling off the bench. That he would contribute to a bench. Although I have to say, even though we all know he stinks, Cody Clemens has
he's batting like 270.
he's not playing bad baseball, for as much as we honestly, and I hate to say this.
How scary is it the number of ex-Tigers you have on that team?
Yeah, well, Dombrowski, man. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
oh, yeah.
anytime you get a GM, they're going to bring their guys over. Castellanos, I mean, forget about it. But yeah, I mean, that's how the baseball is going. Listen,
Baseball's AIDS.
yeah, it stinks. I mean, listen, they've watered it down so much. All you have to do is get hot in the second half and get in with that wild card. And how are you playing the last couple of weeks in September and October? It's what really matters. I mean,
I will say, I am kind of tempted to start watching a little bit more Reds baseball. That De La Cruz kid, Ellie De La Cruz, is so flippin' interesting to watch.
let me tell you, the two most fun teams right now in baseball, I don't think you disagree with this, are the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles. They're
Yep.
like two of the funnest teams to watch,
Oh, yeah.
young guys. You could put Tampa in that mix too, although nobody gives a shit about Tampa baseball.
No, not even
but
people in Tampa.
not even people in Tampa. Yeah, not even Stingrays. Stingrays
No.
don't even care about Tampa Bay.
No.
But yeah, no, they're the two of the funnest team. They got young prospects coming up that are playing good ball. Not perfect teams. But I mean, even a kid like Henderson, that home run you sent me yesterday, was
Dude.
that yesterday? Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
mean, just destroyed that. And it's fun, man. It's fun. Adley Rushman wasn't even playing yesterday. What was really interesting too, they picked up Ryan O'Hearn off the like scrap heap from Kansas City.
Yeah,
O'Hearn's hitting like 330. He took
easy.
the Royals deep yesterday. He took his old team deep. Like it's like I remember a few years ago, probably like 2019, when he was a rookie and it was like, oh God, Ryan O'Hearn is AIDS. He's horrific.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're right, and you've said this before. It takes some of these guys. It's not instant. It's 3-4 years into their career, and then they kind of tie things together, right?
Yeah, oh, certain guys, absolutely. Certain guys like me, I'll jump right down their throat. They stink. And then
Oh, you
you'll see
think?
other guys come in right away and flash and look good. And then yet the days of baseball and all the games, it ends up exposing them that they're not that good of a player. Like Larry Bow always said this, and he's right. Like players get exposed over time, good or bad. You'll have guys that short stretches, they're okay to play, but in that long thing like that, they're going to end up getting exposed. I mean, listen, it's a sport where you fail 7 out of 10 times. And you're a phenomenal player. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. The hardest thing to do in sports is in baseball. I mean, it is tough. It is tough. But listen, it gets us to football season. I always love baseball. I mean, obviously,
Hey,
it's not my number one. But
you did text me that the Circa finally put out their totals. By the way, I love the fact that not one single sports book out here has the damn totals for any of these games.
yeah,
I just love that. That's fantastic. I wanted to go over a couple of these, and we haven't gone through our preview yet. But Nebraska getting 8 at Minnesota? That seemed
that's a
weird
lot.
to me.
That's a
That
lot.
feels like a lot. I mean, I
That's a lot.
respect Terry Potts, but come on now. Come on now. Who's replacing Tanner Morgan? Okay. I don't know about that. I think Matt Rule. We used to talk. People forget this. Nebraska, the past few years, we've always said, man, if they had a better coach.
The hype team. They've always been the hype team. Yeah.
Yeah,
They've always been
here's the
they were
thing.
preseason favorites last year to win the West.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Rob. Remember going into last year, the year prior, that team was like the best ever 3-win team in all of NCAA history because
Yeah, they had a lot of close losses.
they lost like 7 games by less than a possession.
Yeah.
And that's a Scott Frost. That's Scott Frost doing that.
You hear the horror stories about Scott Frost. I mean, not showing up to player, when they're trying to get recruits, just leaving coaches out on the recruiting trail with no kind of direction. With the horror stories you hear from that, you would think Nebraska. I mean, one thing about Matt Rule, I know he failed in Carolina, but I mean, what a job he did at Baylor. What a job he did at Temple. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think he's going to do an excellent job there. And they're not they have talent on that team. I don't think they're a team that's, absolutely terrible. So that is interesting. I mean, listen, we love college football here. Listen, we were talking today about the Rutgers line. Did you see that over under numbers at 40 and a half?
40 and a half. I'm looking
You
for
got to
it.
jump on that under.
Dude, oh God, you got it. If you can bet under 40 and a half, that's all day.
That's a life savings bet.
That's it.
That's like I
That's
try to
it,
save up
increase your
money
wealth.
for the fall. It won't work. I'll end up spending it, but try to save up money for football. See, like that's when you go all in week one. $3,000 bet on the fucking under. You just let it ride.
I'll give you, man. There's some games.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're gonna have plenty of times for
Tulane,
breakdown.
South Alabama. I'm gonna be all
We're
over
already
that.
getting ourselves excited for college football.
Army's going down to play UL Monroe. Big game.
And there's some great man. I can't wait. We're right around the corner from Saratoga, and then when Saratoga comes around, you can smell it in the air. Training camp is like 2 weeks away, and the training camp hits, and it's the whole buildup of August, getting the football season, and then man, it's a good time of year. This is a dead period. We'll have the NBA finals and baseball keep us going, but boy, it's getting to be 5-6 weeks from now. We get into that late July. It's a beautiful time of year.
I kind of like the Panthers of FIU getting 9.
This guy's already got money line bets going week one. I mean, let's come on.
Well, you're the one that wanted to do a week one NFL betting preview.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're not.
I think we're going to end up doing that, by the way. I'm sure.
We love football here. Listen, football is our number one. You guys know that. You guys that listen to the show, football is our number one love. I can't wait for it. But so when the show comes out tomorrow, NBA Finals is
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Really going out on a limb with that one, huh?
Yeah.
They're closing it out tonight.
11. You see Jimmy Butler say that, like, if he got elected into the Hall of Fame, he wouldn't go.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he literally said, "Yeah, if you put me in the Hall of Fame."
He hasn't been playing like a Hall of Famer in these finals. He hasn't done shit.
But that's my thing. I think the NBA does actually get it right with their Hall of Fame. I think baseball doesn't. I'm worried.
Baseball and the NFL let anybody
in. I don't. The NFL maybe that. I worry about the NFL in that I think they give a little bit too much credence to certain players, and you would know more about this. I mean, you've read. I'm excited to plug Lombardi's book here. I'm excited to read about how he talks about the top 100 guys in the Hall of Fame, and breaks down that stuff.
Well, the NFL and the numbers have changed in the NFL a lot too, because look how much shorter the careers are. I mean,
yeah,
we're talking the best backs now only last maybe 6-7 seasons, maybe. I mean, years ago they'd last 10 or 12. I mean,
the best back of the last 20 years, Le'Veon Bell, he only lasted for like 6 years. So yeah.
Taking that year off really helped him. That's what Barkley's trying. That's what he's threatening now. I can't see that happening.
He can't. He's not.
There's no way he could.
No way. And it's a shame, because I know Joe Baggs was telling me he can't wait to see Matt.
I think he has a Barkley, like a mural in his house, Saquon Barkley, doesn't he?
Well, no, he's replaced it with Matt Breida.
Okay.
Yeah. He's really excited about
him. I thought he had a shrine to Boston College in there, like Mike Mamula or something like that.
I cannot wait. Can you imagine the scenes?
Djokovic.
When Michigan State rolls into Boston College next year.
Look out. Look
oh my
out.
Gosh.
You
want to talk about just getting destroyed on your home turf.
Talking big.
Tough.
Talking big already.
Hey, look,
I'll be rooting for BC in that game.
You know what? That's hurtful, disrespectful.
It's not. It's really
sad.
not.
It really is sad. I'm gonna root for Sacred Heart to beat you guys in your big game.
How dare you? How dare you?
On that note, folks, we're gonna call it. We'll be back next week. I think we got a lot of business to take care of. I think we probably should do 2 shows next week. I'll recap my trip to AEW. I'm sitting front row. Check me out on TBS.
Oh God, what
Wednesday
is
night.
tights on?
Stang, baby. Stang.
This is a father, a grown man in his 30s. Okay,
front
still
row.
Watching. Oh,
front. I'm going.
Oh,
Wednesday night, front row. Oh,
I don't ever want to
1.
hear about being picked on, and I bet Yonkers during the week that you're allowed to go to AEW.
You got a gambling problem. I'm going to have fun, and I'm going
to that.
I'm going to help out Sting fight the Mogul Embassy. Okay.
I asked Stu today if he wears new tights when he goes to the match. He wasn't too happy with me.
What? Yeah, we're gonna dress up like Dan and Dave did for WrestleMania.
Listen, you and your friend paint each other up. You have a few drinks and you go over here and get great. I don't judge. Listen, I don't judge. It's 2023, man. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, you're friends with Bar Shoes, so there you go.
Who was accosted.
Oh, shit. Well, that'll do it for us, folks. For Roberto, I'm Stu saying take care, brush your hair, and we'll see you after a while.